Yo, yo, what's happening, people? It's your boy Michael. Welcome to another episode of the European Football Show. So we're going to title it for now. The title pending. Um, but today I'm joined, of course, with my usual co-hosts Nick and Eric. What you guys saying?
What's good, bro?
What's going on, man?
What's up? What's up? What's up? All right. So you guys know the drill. We're pretty much going to discuss what happened in UCL and Europa this week, pretty much, and then at the end we'll probably do a quick little Liverpool City preview because that's obviously the biggest game this weekend and one of the biggest games this year across Europe. So let's start in UCL. Oh, whoops, background. Yep, thank you. There you go. What's it called? Yeah, so UCL. I'll start with the Tuesday games. I think the first one we'll talk about was City Atletico. Not much to talk about, honestly. I know Eric watched the game. I watched the game. Nick, wait, did you watch the game? No, you didn't miss
I was
anything.
I had work. There we go. Perfect.
Yeah, you didn't miss much. Man City won. Atletico no. Atletico played with a 5-5-0, which is pretty much 11 men behind the ball, well 10 men plus the goalkeeper. They had no attacker in City's area, so it was just pretty much City domination. And Phil Foden off the bench provided the spark. And I think Kevin De Bruyne scored, so that was good.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, there's not much storylines to really talk about that game. Phil Foden's brilliance, I guess, he's a really good player. I guess you could talk about that. And KDB masking up a stinker with that goal because he was horrible before. But yeah, I mean, would you guys say that Atletico is probably okay with that result because it's only 1-0 and they're going back to the Metropolitano with a 1-0, only a 1-0 deficit? What do you guys say about that?
I think it was kind of their plan in a way. So I don't think that they're too fussed about it. We've seen it before where they can kind of come back with one cheesy goal and that's all it takes. And behind that home crowd, I think they're going to be fine. But I think they're going to do the same exact thing actually, even if they're down 1-0 with that 5-5-5-5-5-5-0 formation or whatever they want to call it. But I think they'll be good for now. But they're just going to be relying on a counterattack or a very cheesy goal from a set piece. But I think it's according to their game plan. Even though they would have preferred a 0-0, I think a 1-0 is okay for them.
Yeah, that's. I don't think they're too upset at all. I mean, it's a very defensive game. They only gave up one to Man City. I mean, you can't really. If you're gonna lose, 1-0 is the way to go. I mean, if that's Simeone's plan. So yeah, go back home, somehow muster up a 2-0 win. I think they could do it.
Yeah, I mean they'll take a 1-0 into extra time and then aim for pens. That's also
Oh yeah, that
possible.
too. Freaking bozos.
But yeah, but yeah, I mean, I think if Simeone wants to get something, he needs to change the attack. Like, I think play like a Correa instead of a Griezmann because Griezmann had a couple opportunities on the counter that he messed up. I don't think he has like that pace to like lead the counter attack anymore because he is a little older. So maybe like a Correa to have an outlet. I think they had a couple good counter opportunities that like if they timed their runs better, it would have been nicer for them. But it happens. But yeah, 1-0 flatters them in a
Yo,
way. What happened?
so I haven't looked at these stats at all. Like I just knew it was 1-0.
Oh yeah, bro.
Bro.
It's the whole game.
Oh my
They didn't have a
god.
shot. They didn't have a shot. Both their
That's
shots were offside. It's
that's
terrible, terrible.
that's
Criminal game.
hilarious. Oh my
Criminal
goodness.
game. But yeah, that's pretty much it about that game. And on the other side, um, the other game that day, Liverpool Benfica. I think Liverpool won 3-1. I believe Konate, Mane, and Luis Diaz scored, and Darwin Nunez scored for Benfica. One of the hottest strikers on the market right now in terms of youngsters. But yeah, Liverpool comfortable. I think we all expected it. This is the easiest job for Liverpool, so it's looking comfy setting for them. I thought maybe maybe like if Benfica got a 2-1, maybe they could potentially do something at Anfield. Unlikely, but 3-1 tie over. I think everyone says that. Pretty much agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
The most surprising thing about that game was that they gave up a goal.
Yeah, Konate error by the way. He had I heard he had like the best first half of all time, and then he was at fault for the goal in the second half.
Ah,
But
that's all right.
we'll talk about Mo Salah a little later when we talk about the Liverpool City game because there's some stuff to talk about with him. But Yeah, but let's talk about Wednesday's games because that's what everyone's waiting for. Obviously, we have the Chelsea and Bayern fan here, so um, let's start with the Bayern game first. So Villarreal, 1-0 result against Bayern at whatever their ground is called. No offense to any Villarreal fans, I don't know what your stadium is called, but
It's
um,
Estadio de la Ceramica.
there you
I
go.
butchered that pronunciation, but
Yeah, my sources are saying that a 1-0 flattered Bayern in a way because Villarreal could have scored 2 or 3 or 4. I'm
they
sure
could have
Nick.
scored
Nick would
8.
agree. Yeah. So Nick, what went wrong?
Um, let's see. We don't have a right back. Still, no one can cross. It Pavard and Davies just kept crossing it back to each other. Nothing ever hit the box. It's literally the exact same. No, it's not the same thing as the Salzburg game because they played better in that game. They just got unlucky. But let's see, Lewandowski. Least touches of any outfield player to play 90 minutes. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Gnarlik stunk. If you want a new contract, you gotta step up a little bit in Champions League games against Villarreal. Come on, bro. He's going up against Raul Albiol and Juan Foyt. He couldn't do anything. Muller probably had one of the worst performances I've ever seen from him, which is surprising to say the least, because he's arguably the most consistent player I've ever seen in my life, except for like that 1 year, but whatever. So, they took, what was the stat? They didn't have a shot that was over
0.7
0.07 xg. That's, dude, like, come on. I get it. They're Villarreal's they're a more defensive team than Bayern. Okay, whatever. But like, come on. That's just bad. Like nothing. The midfield couldn't get going, and it was just overall. It was probably one of the worst games Bayern has played in a very long time. So I mean, if they want to, they need to figure it out for the next game if they want to actually go through against Villarreal. I like Unai Emery, and when I made the logo, he's the person I chose for the freaking podcast logo. But I don't like him this much.
Don Emery. Before I go to Eric, what's the changes that you would make for next week's game?
Start Sane. Honestly, I think that maybe I'll go back to a 3-back because this 4-back just it doesn't work at all. Well, it does work, and it did work with Flick. I think Nagelsmann kind of tried to go back to what Flick was doing, which, as much as I love both of them, Nagelsmann isn't Flick. They have different tactics. They have different things. Keep it that way. Just do your own thing. Yeah, start Sane, go back to 3-back, and don't let Pavard touch the pitch. I'm so tired of this dude. Very thankful for Mazraoui coming for next season. Hopefully, if that's actually confirmed 100%, you know what I mean. So
Eric, I'll go over to you for the Villarreal side. So I think Danjuma scored, right?
Yeah, he did.
Danjuma scored in one of the most Bayern-esque goals of all time. It was off of a break. There was Pavard watched him. He stood there. Danjuma ran past him, and someone, I think, who took this shot?
Parejo.
Who? What?
Parejo. I think it was
Yeah,
Parejo's shot.
Parejo takes a shot. And then Juma was just basically, it just goes right to him. It was like a shot pass kind of thing, but it wasn't. Parejo actually meant. Parejo's shot probably would have went in anyway, but Pavard just letting Danjuma run right past him. Like, dude, just look. Just turn around. He's running. You can hear him. He's right there. But, yeah, that's that for the Bayern game.
Yeah, so Eric, so Villarreal, you watch La Liga, so obviously they're not the best team in La Liga, but this Emery guy, he's got something cooking in Europe. So how impressed are you with Villarreal so far in this UCL after beating you, then of course not beating Bayern Munich?
Yeah, I mean, it's not really impressed. It's basically that I'm not surprised because they lost their 2 league games within the span of the Champions League game. So when they beat Juve, I think they lost to Cadiz and lost to some other team, and they didn't even score a goal.
Levante.
And they come back, yeah, and then they come back to UCL and they beat Bayern. So of course they're losing to absolutely mid-table and relegation teams in La Liga, and then when it comes to Champions League, they're being one of the best teams in the world. But it's not surprising. I mean, they do really need this. I do believe they're seventh or eighth in the Liga, so they're not really in that European spot. So they do have a lot to play for, and it's very interesting for them. But I mean, that's just the way they play. I mean, they don't really concede that many goals. I mean, their defense is all right, but they do kind of have a low block. But then again, it's not really surprising. But I do feel like Bayern's going to come up on top at the end.
Yeah. All right. So this Dan Juma guy, obviously, he's one of the most brightest wingers in Europe this year. I mean, he's been really good in UCL. He has a $64 million, I think, euro release clause. Do you guys see him like leaving Villarreal this summer? If like, do you see like a bigger team, like maybe in England, because he did come from Bournemouth, which is funnily enough. Do you guys see like a bigger club like coming in for him this summer?
Personally, no.
I don't doubt that teams will like look at him, but I don't think he actually makes a move.
Cause I mean, I've heard some clubs. I've heard United link with him, but I don't want another left winger.
Link
Tired
FC.
of- Yeah, true. But I don't want another left winger. Arsenal. I think a lot of people want him at Arsenal because they think he's a better profile than Martinelli, which I agree with. But that's another discussion for another day. But it's interesting. Eric, would you take him at like Chelsea? Because I like the left wing spot. Left
I would
forward.
take nobody at Chelsea.
We're going to them next. Funnily enough. But yeah, it'll be interesting. We'll have more to talk about like Villarreal next week, probably like after that game. Because if they pull off the upset, then oh boy, that's crazy. But anyway, over to London. The biggest game of the quarterfinals. Chelsea versus Real Madrid. Real Madrid 3, Chelsea 1. Before I go over to Eric, I'm just going to shout out Karim Benzema for back-to-back hat tricks. I think he's one of the 4 players to do it. I know Ronaldo's done it in the knockouts. I don't know if anyone else has done it in the knockouts, but that's for statistics. Nick, you're the statistician. I don't know if you can find it.
Wait, find what? Sorry.
How many like players have scored back-to-back knockouts in UCL?
Hat trick.
Shout out my boy Ahmed, by the way. King Ben, you know the vibes. But yeah, Benzema hat trick. But before I talk about Real Madrid, Eric, Chelsea, what went wrong?
What went wrong? I have no idea because, as you two know, I did not watch the game after the 20th minute because I have kind of put this team in a backseat in my life. And as Aristotle once said, those who know do, those that understand teach. Does that have anything to do with Chelsea or the subject? No, it doesn't. But I just wanted to sound smart. But basically, what I'm trying to say is this club is really pissing me off. And like, I'm kind of, dude, I don't want to say, I'm a man of my word. And I told these guys, I'm like, yo, if it's 2-0, I'm out. And then the second it became 2-0, I lifted the scored as quick as Jiffy. So from the 20 minutes that I've watched, it seemed that nothing was really happening. It was kind of back and forth, back and forth. Conte and Mount were the absolutely worst midfielders I've ever seen in my entire life, as I have said for months and months and months, and how I get slandered for months and months and months for saying this, how those two are our worst midfielders. But, it's fine. Mount gets goals and assists against Norwich, so it's not a big deal. Conte smiles and he acts like a 5-year-old. That's not a big deal. He's a nice guy. It doesn't matter. It's fine. So he's still world class in the UCL. It's not a big deal. But yeah, so Conte has no role in the midfield. He's basically going up and forth. He's trying to put in a desperate tackle to get his spot mob rating up. Mason Mount isn't marking anyone. He's getting dispossessed left and right. It's like he weighs 80 pounds or something, and he gets dispossessed easily. He doesn't want any duels. He doesn't complete any passes. I don't know what he's good for. So. And in the beginning, when I saw the lineup and I saw Kovacic not being in the lineup, I kind of lost hope, like almost immediately. I knew there wasn't going to be any control of the game. I mean, with Jorginho behind him, I mean, he kind of needs those midfielders in front of him, like to pass to or like to control. I mean, because when Conte and Mount are out of position, and one of them is playing left wing, and one of them is marking someone else, and Mount isn't marking Casemiro, or Conte isn't marking Casemiro, Jorginho doesn't have an outlook to pass to. And and I think that's where we lost the game completely. But besides that, I did see the Havertz goal eventually. It was a phenomenal goal. It was a very good cross by Jorginho. That's what he does best. I love him. But besides that, the headers that were conceded by Benzema were absolutely atrocious. Well, not atrocious, but on my aspect, obviously. But they're two of the best headers I've ever seen. They were absolutely pinpoint. And then I wish I didn't see the same exact thing happen to Lukaku at the end of the game, because that header went absolutely nowhere where Benzema aimed it. But yeah, it's fine. And then I wish I didn't see the Mendy mistake.
Ooh.
But yeah, so apparently every goalkeeper that plays against Benzema just happens to roll it right to him. It's kind of like a habit of his. But yeah, that's my roundup for Chelsea. I do think we're gonna have a hard time against Southampton. I think we're gonna win. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a hard time, but I think we're gonna win eventually. But the run of bad form continues. And there's nothing really to say. And just like Tuchel said, I do think the tie's over.
Yeah, before I talk about Madrid, so this run of bad form, do you think like part of the blame goes on Tuchel? Like obviously the Brentford game was that he changed it. Okay, no. So it's the players then.
Well, I mean,
Did he like stop talking or is it me?
No, I think he just lagged a little bit.
Damn, that spectrum.
I mean, for Brentford, it was obviously Tuchel. But
yeah.
I mean, that doesn't change the players being shit.
So obviously you say you have no hope for the Madrid
No.
the return leg, but was there obviously the change that you would obviously make? I know it's Kovacic, that's the first thing.
Yeah.
But anything like in the forward line?
Yeah, get Mount out of there. Put Ziyech or someone else.
Ziyech could have a good chance.
Put Ross Barkley. I don't care.
Turbo Timo, maybe?
No.
You know,
So literally just not Mount.
No.
No. But yeah, all right. So now Madrid. Actually, before I talk about Madrid, Nick, since we both watched the game, we're making the score together. What are your thoughts on Real Madrid?
They looked really good. That's really it. They were just it was pretty much.
Shout out Oscar. I'll talk. All right, so from Real Madrid, before I'll go first then. From my tactical point of view, they played the 4-2-3.
Whoa, wait, hold up. Flip flop FC, yeah, dude, yeah.
He got off. But yeah, I'm crying. Real Madrid played the 4-3-3. Valverde,
yeah, hold on. Yeah.
You keep cutting out, bro.
Wait, who keeps cutting out?
You're talking and then it just stops. Are
you serious?
Yeah.
All right, well, great, awesome. Hopefully, my main point got reached across. I guess.
About Chelsea, yeah. You were about to say something about the comment though, like that got cut out.
Oh, I'll just say it again. I haven't rated them for years.
Yeah, to back up Eric, Oscar,
you might be like one of the only Chelsea fans I've ever seen that didn't rate him at all.
Yeah, I don't like it for this.
Eric hasn't. I don't think he rated Conte since like 2018 or something like that.
Yeah, it's been years at least.
Yeah, but yeah, back to Madrid. So Madrid played the 4-2-3. I was happy that Marco Asensio was not on that pitch.
That's the biggest thing.
Rodrigo, I was like, okay, but Valverde was good. I saw the tactic. I saw there was a thread by someone from I think Darnish, some guy from the United Journal, posted a shout out to him about how Valverde would tuck back into right back in the way to make a back five in defense, and then he'll go out wide in attack to make it a 4-4-2. So that was very interesting. I like that. And it would really work. It really worked well because Chelsea weren't able to utilize their fullbacks to their best of their capabilities because Valverde was pinning them back. So that was good. And the midfield, Modric was excellent. That assist to Benzema was inch perfect. Good pass, and Benzema with the header. Kroos was decent. Even though I said that he shouldn't have started over Camavinga, but fair enough, prove me wrong. Good for you. Um, I thought their center backs weren't good. I thought Militao wasn't good. That was probably one of the worst games I've seen
He
from
had a pretty
Militao.
poor game,
Yeah,
and
he's
and,
also
and then
suspended for the
then
second
he
leg.
went off injured. So
Yeah,
wait,
I thought
he's
Alaba.
missing the second leg, right?
Yeah, he's suspended. I thought Alaba was decent. Courtois, that save on Aspilicueta was world
Ooh.
class. One of the best saves I've seen this year. Mendy was good. Carvajal wasn't terrible.
Surprisingly,
He didn't do anything like horrible. And then in the attack, Vinicius, Benzema, arguably the best duo in world football this year, especially statistically. That first goal was just kind of like their typical goal, like kick and go. That pass by Vinicius was good, and that Benzema header, like Nick said in Discord, that was a FIFA-esque header.
but it was literally perfect, bro. It couldn't have gone like it just couldn't have been done any better.
Yeah, that was just an inch perfect header by Benzema, and that second header, that's pinpoint accuracy. That's just that corner that no goalkeeper saving that. Even Mendy, who's like 6'8" and has like the wingspan of Giannis, can't save that. So yeah, just professional job done by Real Madrid. And looking comfortable for the second leg. It is going to be hard for Chelsea because Bernabeu is going to be rocking. The fans are going to be confident after that PSG result as well, what they were able to do at home. So yeah, it's looking peak for Chelsea, and looking like Real Madrid are going to make another semifinal of UCL for like another year. I think that's like 7 and like 9 or something like that, which is crazy. Is why they are the biggest club in the world. But Benzema, hat trick hero, back to back hat tricks. I don't know if you looked it up. If you want me to look it up.
No, I got him.
All right.
Um,
All
I
right, go ahead.
couldn't find knockout back-to-back hat tricks, but there is only 4 players to do it in UCL total. So it's Messi, Benzema, Ronaldo, and Luis Adriano.
That the Shakhtar one or the Inter
Yep,
Milan one?
Shakhtar.
Shakhtar. Oh damn. So other than that guy, the other three are one of the best, three of the best players of our generation, and Messi, Ronaldo, and Benzema. So yeah, shout out King Benz. Um, arguably best striker in the world
No, he is right now. Yep.
right now. Yeah, Ballon d'Or. If Madrid even make the final of UCL, and he's gonna win La Liga, I don't think the World Cup has any effect on Ballon d'Or this year because it's so late. So
Mm-hmm.
that's out. I mean, arguably that's a Ballon d'Or favorite right now. So yeah, best player in the world. Arguably right now. So yeah, shout out to King Benz. If this guy gets Mbappe next year, that's gonna be a scary front three. Very, very, very scary. Speaking of Mbappe, let's talk about him because we haven't recorded since that was like this little rumors about him potentially extending at PSG. What do you guys thought about that? I'll go to Eric first.
Yeah. Before I go on that, let me just beat these allegations. First of all, my internet should be good. Second of all, I do not rate Conte. Anyway, and the question was Mbappe PSG, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, just had to dodge those allegations, but I do think it's a good thing. It's something that I rate a lot. Obviously, with other players, Reece James was bad. Yeah, he was bad. Yeah, I agree. But Mbappe at PSG is something that I really like. With other players such as Vlahovic and like other, I guess players or big players in general that kind of like not really run from the grind. Like I know he's with a super team, but obviously the results aren't there in Champions League when it really matters. So I like the idea of him staying 1 or 2 more years, or maybe even 3, to try to get that prize and like get over that hump. Because obviously, when he's being denied by Madrid and when he's being denied by Bayern, uh, it's a real effect on his mental, and it's something that wants to drive him forward even more. And we've seen his bad results make him a better player, such as the passing. Like we've all said, like in the previous years, how his passing wasn't up to par, and we see him racking up assists, and his passing is better, his dribbling is better, almost everything about him is better, getting every year. It's getting better every year. So it's something that I rate a lot, and I hope he actually does stay with PSG and actually proves a point, because it not only builds respect from the team, like from the ultras as well, from the board as well, and from fans worldwide. So I think it's a very good idea, and I hope he does it.
Nick.
Um, I would very much enjoy seeing Neymar, Messi, and Mbappe for as long as humanly possible. So, I mean, unless it's against Bayern, then I hope they all are somehow mysteriously injured for those 2 games. But I think it would be good for him because he's fine. He's obviously right now the best player of those three. It's like no question about it. Like at this moment, of course. So for him to sort of like take charge and like be not the captain, but like the captain of PSG with them, I think it would be good for him as a player and and mentally for his the rest of his career. I don't think he's gonna be there for the rest of his career, but for like the next 2-ish years.
All right, the thing with me is, I think most of this like extension talk. I think what I since we hear about like the president trying to convince him to stay, the Qataris are definitely involved in this. Like this is more. I think this is mostly a political type of stuff because obviously his heart is set on Real Madrid. I know there is a part of him that wants to stay like in PSG because he wants to win the Champions League with them because that was his goal when he signed with them in 2017. When Neymar coming the same summer, the goal was obviously to bring that Champions League to Paris. I think he is from Paris as well. So he's the French king right now. He's a hometown boy and everything. So I would like him. I don't know. I wouldn't do 3 years. I'll probably do two. Um, Obviously that thing that Perez had like about a month ago. How if he doesn't come now, he'll never come. That's cap. Because if you offer 250 million pounds for a player that has like a year left on his contract, you're definitely gonna go in for him again in 2 years. That's cap. Um, so yeah, but I also kind of don't like that he stayed because that kind of gives power to like that PSG board, and I don't want to have him because I hate them. I don't like Cavalli and I don't like Leonardo because that guy's the worst director of football I've ever seen in my life. Um, so I think a part of me thinks if he stays, I think they are doing a clear out, which is what needed at PSG. They need to get more structured people in. So like a new DOF that wants like because I think what PSG's game plan should be stopping these what's it called commercial signings like the Messi's, the Ramos, the Donnarumma, all that type of stuff, and go young and go French because obviously as we all know, France has the best youth talent in the world right now. At like every position you can name, they have some kind of like wonder kid, except maybe goalkeeper. So yeah, and the PSG also have a great academy right now. So go young, go French, make Mbappe the face, obviously, which he is because he's gonna get. I think his contract's $150 million signing bonus, and then 40 million per year, which is crazy money. So yeah, and I think Zidane's coming in the summer as well. So do you guys think like that's the only way he'll stay if like they do a mass clear out up top?
I think personally he's gonna stay either way. I mean, I feel like he's gonna put his head down and like kind of ignore the board with Leonardo and yada yada. But I do think that the board does definitely need to focus on building a team that actually suits him and not just getting the signings like what you said, like the little the headlining signings. But I I forget what the quote was. I think it was the Johan Cruyff quote about the you can buy the best 11 players in the world, but you won't have like the best team or whatever it was. If you can like if you buy the best player in every position, which is kind of what they did. But I feel like the big thing in the summer was going to be buying an actual competent midfielder and not just relying on Messi to drop back and like Verratti to feed them, because I think that's absolutely ridiculous. Because the Wijnaldum and Danilo Pereira and the Ander Herrera, I mean, those players are just not up to level or up to par or even good enough for any team. To be honest with you, they're absolutely horrific to keep up with Mbappe and know his game and know his style. So
What do
that's
you guys
number
think
one.
about this comment? The Ballon d'Or, because obviously if he goes Real Madrid, that obviously helps his Ballon d'Or chances. Um, but do you think like he could win the Ballon d'Or like at PSG? Let's say.
I do think he can, but I would say that he's more focused on team achievements rather than personal.
Nick.
I think he could win it with PSG. I mean, playing for Real Madrid would obviously help the chances, but with the way that he plays and how he steps up in big games, even though it didn't really help PSG this year, I think he could do it if he stays for the next year or two.
I never liked the mentality of you have to be at Madrid or Barca to win the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Um, yeah, for that comment, I think like the league aspect does play a part because like no one race league on like in the public point of view because it is known as a farmers league. I rate the league a little higher than I have recently because I see a lot of talent in that league, but obviously from a competitive standpoint, it is not that competitive in terms of like the teams. But yeah, I mean, obviously, if PSG win like the UCL and Mbappe goes crazy in UCL, and he has obviously his league stats to back him up. I think he can win the UCL that way because he's that big of a star himself. Because he is the golden boy of football right now. He is the heir to the Ronaldo and the Messi. That is the heir now. And he's proven that he could like. I think he's ready to step up for that challenge, in my opinion. Because we've seen his UCL CV. This guy bags in every big game that you could think of that he's bagged in. So I think he's ready for that. I think like as compared to Neymar, as much as I love Neymar, I don't. I think injuries played a part, but I don't think he was like fully ready. I don't think he had like that attitude, the arrogance to like take over the Messi and Ronaldo. Obviously, didn't help that he played with them alongside their prime. But I think Mbappe is like fully ready to take that step. So I think he can win it. I think he can win a Ballon d'Or at PSG, and he's gonna go to Real Madrid at some point. He's what is he 23?
Correct. Yeah.
So PSG till 25, and he could play 7 years at Real Madrid, similar to how Ronaldo played. So yeah, I think he could do it, but it'll be interesting. I was gonna say, like with PSG, like I know, like you said, like buying the people. I know one player that they should buy, Tuchemeni, but he is reportedly wants to go abroad. He wants to go to Prem or La Liga, so that would be one player. But I don't know. This is like there's a lot of talent like at Monaco. They could go buy. I know Ericsson like listen like Lovro from Rene. That's a player you could go buy. Um, who else? Um,
Any creator, anyone that's not Wijnaldum.
go get
Yeah.
Paqueta from Lyon. Yo, Lyon have like 75 midfielders. Awar, Paqueta, um, Cocker, you go get him. There you go. There's like so many midfielders in that league. That league is a midfield gold mine. And they need a bunch of midfielders. I know that that league doesn't want to sell to them. Like a lot of the lower teams don't want to sell to them because it's already like so high, like competitive. Like they're so far away from them. But yeah, go get Renato Sanchez, and you can just use him like he's better than Danilo Pereira, obviously, and then he's better
Not
than
hard.
Andre Herrera. Yeah, he's not better than Andre Herrera. Paredes is okay, but I think he's a little too similar to Verratti. So it's like it's hard to play both of them in the midfield together. Because they both like don't create like from higher up. They need someone that could like just box to box, but it's actually good though. Because Ronaldo's a box to box, but he's not good. So yeah, that's my thoughts on PSG. Um, so it'll be interesting. Um, so in Europa, they also the quarterfinals. I watched one and a half games. So I watched half of Leipzig Atalanta. I think that game finished 1-1, if I believe so.
Yep.
Orban scored for them. And then Luis Muriel, who I was really impressed with yesterday, by the way. He looked really good. I know Eric told me that like he's been telling me that for a while. Really good player.
Oh,
Um,
they called Orban's goal Zappacosta own goal.
on goal. All right, fair enough.
No goal for
But yeah,
Big Willie.
Such a shame.
damn. But yeah, Muriel was really impressive. That was a good game. And then I watched what's it called Leon West Ham. Uh, Jared Bowen scored for West
Yeah.
Ham. Oh yeah, take it calm. And then what's it called? Yeah, so West Ham Bowen scored off the counterattack. West Ham went down to 10 men early because not like late in the first half. Cresswell kind of got a red card, very soft red card, by the way, my opinion. But I thought Musa Dembele sold that very well. But yeah, and Ndombele scored. So Ndombele obviously former I think he's on loan, right? It
Yeah,
wasn't
he's
like a
back
Yeah,
on
permanent.
he's
loan.
on loan.
So he's always on loan from Spurs to Lyon. And he played good against a Prem team. I thought he dominated that midfield. He dominated one of the best midfielders in the league in Declan Rice and Suchek as well. So that was really good impressive from him. Do you guys think that he'll ever go like work back at Spurs, or you think they'll just sell him?
I think they're gonna sell him.
Yeah. I don't think there's any point.
As as long as Conte is there, he's gonna make him do Indian runs and he's gonna vomit every training. So there's no way. He just needs to let Ndombele be himself. Like I know the fitness is an issue, but I mean he's like at his best. Like I think he's one of the best midfielders in the world. I'm so serious.
On the ball, yeah.
On the ball, like he's what I love in a midfielder. Like the dribbling, the hold of play, the passing, he's just absolutely phenomenal. But it's just a shame that he puts in more bad performances than he does good.
Yeah, I think for players like him, it's like similar to like Pogba in a way. Just like I don't think the Prem is made for them. It's just like because like the way that they want to play at their own pace, and it's really hard to do that. So I think like the league on the La Liga, the Serie A's, where like midfielders are allowed to play more at their own pace. I think that's like perfect for him, and he looks a lot better at Lyon because he's not even playing like as a 10. He's playing as a 6. So that was really good for him. Our who I haven't watched in like a couple years, really. I haven't really been focused on him. Ever since like that broken Arsenal move, he was really good. I know I told Eric this yesterday. He won like 6 tackles, won 12 duels, so he was really good. Paqueta wasn't that good to be honest. He was pissing me off yesterday.
Nah,
You
he's
know,
alright.
I don't like that though. That's my that's my boy. Um, and this new right back, Malo Gusto, very good, very good. Um, really good right back. 18, he's potential. But yeah, that was a I don't know. Would you guys say that that's a good result for West Ham because they were down to 10 men, so and they were able to get a draw, but they were at home, so they got to go all the way to France now for like the second leg.
I mean, according to like how do I say this? Like in this situation, it's a good result. It's not what they wanted in the beginning, obviously, but according to circumstances, there you go. Like circumstances that they have to go through, I think it's a good result. But it's
Yeah,
gonna be very tough in Lyon.
yeah. It's like, yeah, they took the lead with down 10 men, but and they gave up a goal, but they didn't lose. So to not lose with 10 men is, I think that's fine.
And the other big game was Barca Frankfurt or Frankfurt Barca.
And they got
Frankfurt
Knauf,
scored a golazo.
Ansgar Knauf. Oof.
I have no idea who this guy is, but insane tech on that goal.
Bro, I always rated him. Did you never hear what I said?
No. Um, and Barca. I was watching one of my boys' streams, Haj. Shout out to him, like, cause he was watching the Barca, and he's talking about like how Dembele is so like so important to that team. I know Eric's gonna love to hear this. I love to hear it because like that guy is low key like the face of Barca in terms of like a talent because he's their best player. I know Eric agrees, right? Eric,
I do.
yeah. He's their best player, and I think the moment him and the young got subbed on, they scored right away. So that was really cool to see. And yeah, I mean, I think they'll go through. I think we both agree. Like we all agree, right? Like next week at the new camp, it's kind of clipped.
No.
Okay.
Frankfurt. Kostic. Let's go.
He was about to get slapped up by Araujo, by the way, because he kicked the ball at him. Araujo got up and Costa started walking away. Araujo would have whipped his ass. But yeah, Eric, I'm guessing you're taking Barca.
Yeah, I'm taking Barca. That goes. I mean, extremely lucky to be honest. But
Which goal?
oh no, wait, no, I'm thinking of the wrong goal. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Yeah, I was
Barca's
thinking
goal.
of.
Barca's goal was clean.
Yeah, it really was. It was a good finish by Torres, but I do think the Barca's gonna go on top on the end.
Yeah.
I do think we could have taken advantage of the red card, but
Yeah, I don't know how late it was in the game, but
it
it
was
was like
80th minute.
minute. Yeah. I mean, I hope Xavi learns from his mistake and plays Dembele from the beginning. Not Adama Traore because actually, I was gonna say no offense to Adama, but you're not Dembele. It's just
You're
not
not
many
that
people are.
guy, pal.
Yeah, what
Not many
happened,
people
man?
are.
What do you guys call it? PNP, whatever the hell that crap is called. PNP hype.
Pace and
Yeah, what
power.
happened, man?
Yeah, but Dembele's got PMP too, though.
Yeah, but he's
better
more
at
than
it.
that.
Yeah, no, but he's better at it because he's like, but he's also really good at dribbling. So when you're not PMP, you also got to be good at dribbling. Adama's like just not good at dribbling. He just kicks and runs.
No, he's literally PNP. That's it.
Yeah, bro. I said it would work against La Liga defenders, not against. I didn't say anything about Bundesliga defenders. I said
I
La
mean,
Liga defenders. Them motherfuckers are slow,
now you know what? It's not gonna work against Ndika and Hinteregger. Those dudes are beefy as hell.
especially in Dick. And Dick, that guy's a beast.
Whoa.
Well, at least on FIFA.
Nah, he's very good. I rate him highly.
Yeah. So that result. I think the last game was Braga Rangers. Braga won 1-0.
Yeah.
Good for them. But yeah. And Conference League, I'm sure you guys saw it. The Payet goal. Puskás winner.
Yeah, easily.
If it isn't, it's rigged.
Bro, that goal is just nuts, man. Also, it happened on Pauk, so they can hold that over there in Thessaloniki.
It makes it better.
Yeah, that makes it like 10 times better, man. Yo, if that was against Olympiacos, I wouldn't have even posted on my Twitter. I would have just been crying. I'm like, oh my, not scoring. Conceding that goal on your team just sucks. You're just you're like shell shocked. And the special one, Jose Marino, lost
Oh
for
yeah,
a third time to Bodo Glint.
amazing, fantastic result.
Yeah.
It's really a shame their number 9 couldn't score in the Conference League in a very important game against Bodo Glimt. That's such a shame. I don't know who their number 9 is, but hopefully Roma can figure that out and get their 9 to score important goals against humongous clubs such as Bodo Glimt. What a shame. What a shame.
You're so shameless with this Tammy agenda. He look be like your second best striker right now.
No, he wouldn't.
He's better than Lukaku.
No, he wouldn't. No, I'm sorry, he's not.
Kind of
Our second best striker is Broya, so I don't know what you're talking about.
fair.
Robert, he had the most key passes in the match. 2.
Who? Roma's number 9?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, great! That really helped him win the game.
He also had a big chance missed.
Oof! You know what? That's not what you want.
He was offside 4 times.
What was the lesser?
Wow, it's almost sounding like a game against Burnley in the Premier League. Wow, that's interesting.
Let's see who Leicester played. Oh, they played PSV. No. Ajax. See who played in that game. Anyone? Well, for final look good. That's good for him. And Zahavi stunk. Good. Hold up. Hate that guy. So yeah, to wrap it up before we wrap it up, Liverpool City game this weekend. Potential. It's not it is kind of like a title decider, but not really because there's still I think 7 games after, so both teams could mess up. But this is potentially the last game that either team could really drop points in. From Liverpool side, Mo Salah, he's in the worst form possibly since he came to Liverpool. I think he scored maybe 2 goals since Christmas in the Prem. Good. They said everyone was saying that AFCON revenge Mo Salah was gonna be wild. He definitely not. He got dunked on by his teammate Mane twice. But there are some people that are saying that he shouldn't start this game and that the front 3 should be Diaz, Jota, and Mane. Eric, I'll go to you first. Would you bench Mo Salah in this game?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't care who you are. Wait, what?
For real?
Bench Mo Salah, yes. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're. Oh my god! You just name any of my favorite players of all time. I'm not going to right now. This waste time. Name any of my favorite players of all time. If they're in a run of form that bad, where it spans internationally and domestically and in Europe, in every single tournament, and you're having a title deciding game. I know there's more games to go. They can drop points to lower teams, blah blah blah. But whoever wins this is in pole position to win the Premier League. No, obviously. So if you have a final, in my opinion, as big as this, you need your best players. You need your most informed players. Your midfield is going to be your best midfield. Your midfield is going to be Fabinho, Thiago, and Keita, right? And then your front 3 is going to be your best front 3, which does not include, as of right now, Mo Salah.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't think that midfield 3 is playing because they played against Benfica, so I think he's gonna go to Jordan Henderson.
I believe that it should do the same midfield from Benfica.
They took Thiago off at the 60th minute, so maybe he'll start.
Oh, he'll play. I think it'll be Fabinho,
Thiago will play again. I think Keita should play again.
Maybe Thiago, Fabinho, then Henderson, yeah.
But either way, your front 3 should be your best front 3. And right now, Mo Salah is not in that best front 3.
I would play Mo Salah just because in a game like that, the one goal, it just will make the difference. And I know he's in terrible form, but he is he's one of the best players in the world. So I feel just one. All he needs is one chance, and like he could bang it in. So I don't
But
know.
can't you say the same
I'll
kind of
still,
thing for Horta though? Not the best player, not one of the best players in the world, part, but he just needs
I'd
one
bench.
chance and he can do it.
I would bench. I would bench Diaz. I'd go Mane Hota Salah. That's what I would go with. Cause like, or I don't know, man. Like it's tough. They have so many like good forwards. So like, I don't know. I just don't think like I don't think Klopp. I don't also don't think Klopp has a. I don't think Klopp will bench Mo Salah. Like that'd be really hard for him to do. Um, but also speak like forgetting that. So we're kind of we're split on this one. But like, in terms of Salah's contract, there are rumors that he's willing to meet the demands that FSG have laid out for him now because like his form has dropped. I think it's like 300 a week, 300K a week. So you guys think that he'll stay at Liverpool now? Like that he'll like finally give in to their demands?
Personally, I think it's gonna depend on the day, but I I do think he'll stay. But I think they should wait until the end of the season.
Yeah, the biggest shock would to me would be him leaving. I just don't see it
Yeah.
happening.
Alright. And then on the other side, Man City. Oh, by the way, before I go that, did you know that today Jamie Carragher wrote an article for the Telegraph that said that Man City Liverpool is the Premier League's greatest ever rivalry? Eric, can you believe that?
I mean recency bias. That's complete recency bias. But I mean, I think it's probably United, Arsenal, or like United, Chelsea.
Yeah, but like, okay, like, yo, I feel like a rivalry. There needs to be animosity. There is no animosity. Big ups to Don. There's no animosity between Liverpool and City. You guys seen like Klopp's and Pep's comments about each other. They just like they kiss up to each other
Yeah, I
I
mean,
all the
mean,
time.
I mean that's just sport right now. Like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
people are kind of straying away from the like, oh, f you. Like it's more like common realistic now.
yeah, that's why like I don't think it's like a rivalry. Like you said, Arsenal United. Like there was like so much beef between those squads. Like
Yeah.
Wenger and Fergie hated each other. Like they actually hated each other. Fabregas threw a slice of pizza at like Fergie from like the dugout. Vieira and Keane were ready to fight each other every single day. I don't think KDB's fighting Jordan Henderson. That ain't happening.
Yeah, now a rivalry is basically the two best teams. It's not really the two teams that hate each other, but it
Yeah.
was just a coincidence that back then, 10 years ago, the two best teams also were the two teams that hate each other the most.
Yeah, like he also said that like we've never seen the two best teams from the same league be that close to each other. When Arsenal and United were fighting for that prem in like
Yeah,
the
yes, we
late
have.
'90s, early 2000s, and then Chelsea United, I think they shared the title between each other for like 5 years, like 7 years in a row. Like they were first and second. And they also met in the Champions League final. Liverpool and City are potentially going to meet in that final this year, but until they do that, they haven't. So like, I just don't. I think that's Carragher trying to like prove maybe like put Liverpool in like that debate because they've only been good in the Prem like realistically only as of recently since Klopp came in. Before that, it was just a couple Benitez years. Other than that, they were irrelevant. So I think also it's not really a rivalry when Man City have won like 12 trophies compared to like 2 for Liverpool.
Yeah,
Just, I know Liverpool got that UCL that Man City don't have, but they also have like 7. They also have like 5 Prem titles. So
and infinite amount of domestic success.
yeah, so I don't know. I think that's just Carragher waffling to be honest with you. But
As usual.
yeah, as usual. But
waffle boy.
yeah, back to Man City. I have no idea what lineup Pep's gonna go with. I'm not gonna lie.
He doesn't even know.
You might overthink it.
Yeah,
He's
I
gonna.
don't.
We're gonna have to wait for that shower that morning.
Yeah,
Once he puts that shampoo on his head, it's gonna be over.
I love that quote. I love that tweet so much.
I'm gonna assume since Foden didn't start against Atleti, he'll play against Liverpool. He'll start. I'm guessing.
I can see that.
KDB's gonna play.
Gundogan,
Yeah, the midfield 3. I think the midfield 3 should be.
Rodri, Gundogan, KDB.
Yeah, stick with that. Bernardo's not in the best of form right now, so I probably wouldn't play him. And like I think you have they have an infinite amount of midfielders. The front 3 is a question mark. Like I think Sterling and Foden are guarantees, in my opinion.
Mahrez.
It's basically
Came-
Mars or a
fuck.
Gucci boy.
Yeah.
Mars came off in the 68th minute, so
Or does he
Probably,
bring
yeah.
back?
yeah, it's
Does he
enough.
bring Gabriel Jesus back in? Because he was good against Liverpool at Anfield.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
like
know.
it's Gabriel Jesus.
I don't think Gucci boy's gonna touch that pitch.
I don't
It
think
might
he
be
could.
Jesus and Mars.
Kobe. I don't know.
Grealish was fouled 5 times in 20 minutes.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was getting kicked.
Jesus.
That's his game.
It's Atletico, to be fair, too.
I know it's his game, but like
Physical team
Jesus
against
Christ, bro.
Yeah.
a guy that ejects you all fouls. That's just a recipe for fouls. To be
Yeah.
honest. But yeah, that'll be interesting. Do we have time to do a combined 11? Do you guys want to like roll through it real quick?
I could do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Do it quick.
Goalkeeper, Allison or Edison?
Allison.
Allison.
I'll go Allison as well. Right back,
Trent.
Trent or
Yeah.
Trent. Cancelo's left back. Cancelo or
He played
Robertson.
right back against Atleti.
Yeah, but it'll be Kyle Walker. He'll play Kyle Walker. He'll play the athletic guy.
Then I'll pick Kyle Walker. I'm just not picking Trent.
I'm taking Trent.
It's just, I don't care if he's better. I'm just not picking Trent.
I like
Cancelo or Robertson.
Cancelo.
Cancelo.
Center back VVD, obviously, for one of them, and then Diaz,
Dijk.
Stones, Matt, or
Van Dijk.
no Van Dijk. and
Van
who else?
Dijk is definite, but who's the other?
Oh, Van Dijk and Stones.
I'm going Stones as well.
I'll take that.
Yep. All right, first. DM Fabinho or Rodri.
I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't familiar with her game, my friend. I'm taking Rodri.
Okay, no. Before you ask that,
But I do rate Fabinho though.
if Klopp was a manager for this team, would you take Fabinho or Rodri?
Well, he's not. I am. So I'm taking Rodri.
No, because like I think for those two, I think it depends. On
They
the system
fit their
they
team
play.
best. Yeah. They're the best DM for that team. Yeah. 100%.
If you swap them around, I think the team becomes a lot worse. For
No,
both
of
them.
course it does. Yeah.
So, yeah, but
The best
I'll go-
DM in the world for those teams are Fabinho and Rodri.
Yeah, I'll go Roger as well.
I'm
Alright.
good with either. So
Center mids. So we got between Thiago, Gundogan, KDB.
I'll take KDB and Thiago.
that's what I was gonna say.
I'm taking Gundogan and Thiago
That would have been my second.
because I don't like KDB, so that's on me though. Right wing.
Not Mo
Yes.
Salah.
I'm still taking Mo Salah. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm taking Salah.
Left wing is Jota versus. Well, City have like their players play like in every position. Like their position.
You want to put Sterling as a Man City's
alright.
left wing?
Sterling versus Mane / Diaz / Jota. I'm taking Sterling
For me, I'm putting Sterling on the right and then Diaz on the left.
first.
I'm taking Diaz on the left and Mahrez on the right.
I'm taking Sterling on the left, Mo Salah on the right.
Oh, wait, no, I said Salah. Salah on the right.
Striker. That's
They don't have any.
Neither have strikers. LOL.
It's like Jota or like Jesus.
I'm putting Foden just having the team. To be honest with you,
Yeah, so will I.
It's a good show.
just
Take
that
Foden.
Then manager. That's not the manager team, but like, if you have to pick between one manager, Pep or Klopp.
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 Pep did nothing for Bayern, so
I'll take the manager that gives me nightmares and I can't beat. So
I'll take the one that isn't bald.
that my team can't beat. Yeah.
I'm taking
Exactly.
Baldy. Yeah, I'm taking Baldy. So yeah, and then for the score prediction, what do you guys got?
I'm saying 2-1 Liverpool. I think this would be a pretty good game.
1-1.
I like that. I actually kind of hope it's a draw, so it just keeps going until the last day of the match week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go City. 2-1.
Michael's doing a Pep here. He's overthinking.
Bro, I'm trying to think. Bro,
I
there is
see
a
the
real
gears
chance that
turning.
He's scratching
Liverpool.
his head. I can see the gears.
There is a real chance that Liverpool do a quadruple, and I think they're winning the Champions League. So I need Man City to beat them in the Prem.
Okay, but what do you think is gonna happen?
Yeah,
You
exactly.
Need them
I
to
think
win.
City. I think City win.
Okay.
It's at home. I I just think that they'll win. I feel like they need to get. I think they'll win. But if Sterling does not play, they're not winning. He needs to play Sterling.
That's bold.
But if you don't play Sterling, you're gonna lose. Because I saw
You're
against
gonna,
Palace what that team looked like without Sterling. God awful.
you're
But,
gonna go bold.
yeah. Anything else? Um. All between for Everton, are they going down?
No.
They're going down, 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 down.
We'll see what happens again tomorrow when they play a certain man red. Also, because I haven't recorded since shout out my boy Ten Hag, future manager Man United. Let's get the business started. Just want to shout that.
Breaking news, shocking. The whole world stopped.
My God, bro. Yeah,
Oh my
y'all don't want me
God.
to be happy. Y'all don't want me to be happy.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying people act like it's shocking news. Like it hasn't been percolating for a year.
All right, not a year. Let's relax.
11 months.
11 months ago was May, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was in the
10
European finals.
months.
It's been like 6 months. Let's relax. Anyway,
7.
since October. Really? But anyway, yeah. But anyway, I'm just happy United aren't going to sign Posh. That's all I'm happy about. Ten Hag. Let's get the business started. And sign some good players. But yeah. Nick, does any big things going on this weekend in Bundesliga?
The biggest game is probably today, Stuttgart Dortmund.
Of course, Stuttgart, my Papanos. You know what's my boy.
Best center back in the world.
Um,
You want to talk about a real Rolls Royce CB? Right there.
Serie A, really nothing. We'll try to do like an episode on Serie A soon because that title race is fantastic. And La Liga, no one cares. Ligue 1, yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll wrap it up because these boys got to go watch baseball. Yankees is opening day.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So yeah, for sure,
Yay.
to plug socials, follow the Twitter podcast, the podcast for the Twitter for the podcast at Juego Pod. Follow me on Twitter right here at Michael_Griggs26. For the stuff. I think I have an article on Justin Timber coming out soon. The Ajax center back / right back that is linked to United to come alongside Ten Hag. That'll be interesting. I'm gonna do an analytical piece on him. Anything else to plug?
Boogie Down
That's it.
Bomber
I don't rate
podcast.
Conte.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And shout out next podcast, Boogie Bomber podcast. I'm sure they have a big episode on Aaron Judge coming off soon.
I'm gonna. Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty much it. Thank you for anyone that tuned in throughout the show. And shout out to anyone that will tune in on the after it goes on YouTube, like to rewatch it later. Shout out to all those people as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Catch you guys next week. Peace.
Later.
Deuces.